What's up YouTube and welcome back. For this mod, it is the Ebony Weapons Replacer Blades by Crazy Lion, aiming to replace the Greatsword, the Sword, and the Dagger. There is a warning, however, that there might be an issue since Nullbane itself actually has its own custom texture and is also in the category of Ebony Weapons, that there might be some issues with the texture itself. So keep that in mind when you actually download this particular mod. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice that these swords are actually a lot more slender and a lot more functional looking, with their own kind of custom textures. The mod author said that, put on the page that they wanted to keep the look and the feel of the ebony weapons, so they kept the textures somewhat the same, but remade the blades by request. And as you can see, they are actually coming out really well. So, as you can tell, both the dagger, the sword, and the great sword are the ones that have been worked on. And I'm not sure if any of the other weapons have been worked on because they didn't really look all that different to me, but yet they also did look slightly different. So I'm not really all that sure if those were actually done or not with this mod. So if you wanted something that looks a little bit better than the typical ebony weapons that were in the game, this would be a mod for you. Okay, now on to the next one. And for this mod, it is the bow on my character's back. Nothing really special about it until you look at it like this, where it adds crosshairs to the bow itself. Well, not really crosshairs, it adds a couple scopes to it. One for sneak, and one for when you're not sneaking. And let's see. I actually turned the crosshairs off to use this particular bow. So let's see how it goes when I try to hit that deer there. So as you can tell, it actually works pretty well with the scopes on it. So if you ever wanted to have a bow with some kind of scope on it, if you wanted it to be able to work both while sneaking and while you're standing up, this is a mod for you. It comes with every kind of bow. First thing you have to do is have the base bow, then you have to upgrade it to the scoped bow. So if you keep that in mind, then you can actually do that. To craft it, you will need to craft the bow and then actually have the bow plus some extra materials and then some glass. And then you'll be able to craft it to have these scopes on it. So this is pretty much the scoped bows. When they're sheathed, they don't actually have the scopes on them. Oh wait, they do. They just dig into your bag. And if you look into your inventory, there is actually 3 different kinds of scoped bows for the Dwemer bow. And it just is a retexture of each bow. So let's go with this one. And as you can tell, it actually has a second set of crosshairs for when you're sneaking. Whereas when you're not, it comes with its own reticle right there. You can also make one for the glass, you can also make one for the orc, you can also make one for pretty much anything that actually has a bow that you can upgrade to have it. So, again, this is Scoped Bows by Outlaw666. And I think if you really wanted a highly immersive ranger type character, this is actually a mod for you. And for the armor mod this week, it is the R1-8PN01, yeah, this long one, Ison plate armor for UMP and CCBE, and this is also a mod by NPR. So, as you can tell, it adds a armor. Well, actually 2 or 3 different sets of armor in 2 different colors. So It comes in white and it comes in black and it comes in varying different styles for at least below the belt. As you can tell, it is actually a heavy armor. So this is actually a heavy armor for people who play as a heavy character. As you can tell, it is actually quite well detailed on it, and it actually seems to have some kind of stitching to it if you can get close enough. This is an older mod, so keep that in mind, along with, well, this is something that has actually been popular in the Nexus, and has actually been in the, what, top 100 or so mods, so, yeah. I'll just show off the different styles for this mod. As you can tell, it lost the side plates for the armor itself. But kept the general look of it all together. And as you can tell for this one, it added the side plates once more and actually added a skirt for somewhat more protection. Except, I don't know what the skirt would be protecting. But it also follows the whole theme to the armor set itself. And as you can tell, it also has one where you're just wearing the skirt and not the side plates itself. So, this is the set for all the whites, and now I'll show off all the ones for the black. As you can tell, the contrast on this one between the black and white is more pronounced, and it actually shows off more of the detail for the armor. So depending on which one you want, it will actually vary based on your particular preference for this particular mod. And if you want the art on it to stand out from the background, then you can go with the black version. If you want it to all look just this uniformed and white, then you can go with the white version. And of course, this is a female-only mod, so sorry guys. If I start finding mods or any suggestions on mods that will fit male bodies, then let me know, because it's really exceptionally hard to find. Well, again, this is the R1 8P N01 Ison plate armor for UNP and CCBE by NPR. So, again, show this mod a little attention. It was an old one, but still quite good. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. And if you have any suggestions, post them in the comment section and I will have a look at them, or you can message me and I'll get in touch. Take care.
How do winds wings? They did darken the sky. His His roar fury's fire, and his scales sharpened sides. Men ran and they cowered, and they fought and they died. They burned and they bled as they issued their cries. We need saviors to free us from Alduin's rage. Heroes on the field of this new war to wage. And if Alduin wins, man is gone from this world, lost in the shadow of the black wings unfurled. But then came the tongues on that terrible day. Steadfast as winter, they entered the fray, and all heard the music of Alduin's doom, that sweet song of Skyrim, sky-shattering plume. And so the tongues freed us from Alduin's rage, gave the gift of the voice, ushered in a new age. And if Alduin's eternal, then eternity's done, for his story is over, and the dragons